Mega Man, super fighting robot. Mega Man is gonna save the world. Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Mega Man on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I am One Wild Sheep and this is a fantastic side-scrolling platformer game where you play as a blue robot known as Mega Man. And you have to stop this evil person known as Dr.Wily, or Wily if you want to go with the actual accent that a lot of people like him to have. And stop him from effectively taking over the world.
Of course!
So basically this game is a, like I said, side-scrolling platformer where you basically run forward and you jump and you shoot. As Egoraptor very aptly put it, you jump and shoot. That's all there is to this game, and even though it's a very simple gameplay type, it works so well. It's just very fantastic. And as you saw at the very start of the game actually, you could actually choose any level to go into at the very start, and that's one of the unique things that a lot of people like about the Mega Man series. In nearly every Mega Man game, with the exceptions being the RPGs and some of the more recent releases, you can actually go to any level in any order that you would like, bar the last 3 stages. And I love this idea. Anyway, this first stage we're going into is actually Bomb Man's level. Bomb Man is a robot created to destroy base rock. His hyper bomb is so powerful that it can break any rock. And a good point to Bomb Man is he has a daring attitude. However, he's a high spender. He spends a hell of a lot of money, you know. He's a big fan of bowling, but he doesn't like lighters and matches for obvious reasons. But yeah, that's basically all there is to it. You need to go through each of the stages, use the 6 Robot Master stages, and defeat the Robot Master at the end. Then you'll gain a power. Use that power to descend, beat more Robot Masters, which will lead you on to Wily. Defeat Wily and you save the world. Because of course you're the super fighting robots. Anyway, this stage is basically one of my favorite stages to start off with. I usually think of this stage as the first stage when I play Mega Man. A lot of people would usually say to go to Cutman's level first, but I find this stage to be infinitely a lot easier than Cutman's level, and I'm actually a lot better at fighting Bomb Man than I am Cutman, despite what everyone says about Cutman being the easiest boss in the game, so there's that. Anyway, you basically have 2 movement types. You can either push a button to jump, or push a button to shoot. A button jumps, the B button shoots, that's all there is to it. And of course, spikes, if you touch spikes, even if you get hurt, you don't have invincibility frames. Spikes are instant death in this game, folks. So if you touch a spike, you're long gone, you're exploded down the fishes, man. But yeah, this is one of those, a lot of people don't really tend to LP this Mega Man game, and they usually just skip on to Mega Man 2. Because Mega Man 2 is actually the most popular of the Mega Man games in terms of fan base. I like Mega Man 2, but if I'm going to start off a franchise, I'm going to start off with the original game, you know? And besides, this isn't that bad a game, it's perfectly competent, it's aged actually quite well, I'm not going to lie. You see a lot of sprite flickering eventually though, but I'll get into that eventually. Like, the NES couldn't actually, by normal means, the NES wouldn't be able to actually handle Mega Man sprites, so basically, Capcom did a really interesting little trick in Mega Man sprite, and they sort of put 2 sprites together, and that's how you get the way Mega Man looks. In fact, there's even a reason why Mega Man is blue, and that's because there's more shades of blue in the NES color palette than there are any other color. So, yeah, quite interesting. Anyway, here's the first boss of the game, Bomb Man. So, Bomb Man's a very simple boss. He's basically going to jump around like a lunatic occasionally and throw bombs at you. Whenever he jumps around, just make sure he doesn't jump into you. It's easy enough. And whenever he throws the bomb, he usually throws them just in front of you. So if you just jump at the right time, the bomb won't hurt you. There we go. Pick up the giant cross symbol thingy. And we gain Bomb Man's power and effectively beat the first level of the game. So yeah, one of the major gimmicks of Mega Man is you can actually collect different powers. And I like to think it's kind of like the whole concept is the bomb, if you know what I mean. But yeah, the whole concept of this, I love this, because you beat an enemy, and your reward is the enemy's strength. I just like the idea of it. Anyway, this here is Gutsman's level, which is arguably the hardest of the normal levels of the game, primarily because this very first section by here. This section is an obnoxious platforming section, really difficult to get through. Of course, once you know about when to time your jumps and stuff, it isn't that bad. But as you can see, you're on these moving conveyor belt platforms, and whenever the platform goes over a little pit thingy, you need to jump, because otherwise you'll be shot like a rock. And the thing is with Mega Man, it has some really dodgy physics in the original game that aren't really present in the sequels. For example, when you stop moving, you have this little slide, which I think is because whoever was doing the programming at the time wanted Mega Man to feel a bit more like Mario, but it didn't really work out to the way that he really wanted, unfortunately. And it can, as a result, it does make some platforming a little bit dodgy. And I've had my fair share of deaths because I just let go of the button just a tiny bit too late and I slide off the edge of the platform. So it is kind of awkward. But anyway, Gutsman is a civil engineer robot. He's so powerful that he can lift and carry a rock of 2 tons. Not bad. A good point is, he's a sentimental person. However, he has a very one-track mind. He loves karaoke, but he despises arguments. I love these little personality traits these robot masters have. But anyway, this thing by here, these one-eye bouncy bots, as I like to call them, awful creatures. Awful creatures. You need to have some good level of guts to face up with them, because if you get hit by them 3 times, that's basically it. Instant death. And we're going to see them pretty much in every level from this point onwards, folks, so be prepared. Anyway, if you press the start button, a little menu will appear allowing you to switch powers. And if you switch to Bomberman's power, then you can take on Gutsman here. So Gutsman's basically going to jump up and pound the ground. When he pounds the ground, as you can see, you get stunned. So what you want to do is basically jump at the right time and throw bombs in at the right time. Now, if the bomb makes direct contact to him, it still won't explode. It waits a few seconds for the bomb to explode, which is a bit of a shame. That's why bombs are really only useful against Gutsman. Otherwise, I'd be using them all the time, because I love my explosions, me. Plus, the green colour looks quite nice on Mega Man, I have to say. But anyway, that was quite not a bad stage. Next stage we're going on to, though, is what a lot of people usually consider to be the first level of the game. This is Cutman's level. The stage as a whole, a lot of people seem to think it's the easiest stage overall, because there isn't many chances of instant death, and Cutman is usually considered the easiest robot master of the lot. I still think Bombman is, because of how easy it is to manipulate his AI, but Cutman is still quite easy, quite a pathetic master to take care of, if you will. Of course, these smiley faces, I don't think they're meant to be smiley faces, but the way the NES graphics look, they just look like very happy robots is about to kill you. I can just imagine their thought patterns now trying to get you. I'm gonna get you! You know, with that kind of like a Jokerish laugh to them, I don't know. But anyway, these little turret things will shoot in a number of directions. Just basically wait for them to open up until you can actually shoot them, because otherwise the shell is basically invulnerable. So once the shell opens up, boop them inside, they'll explode, everything will be fine and dandy. But anyway, needless to say, Cutman isn't exactly a cut above the rest. This stage is very easy. Like by here you got this one trap that could potentially cause issues, but you can dodge it just by moving right, so yeah, easy. And you got these eye things as well that sort of move across from wall to wall. These aren't actually that bad an enemy type, because they're actually quite easy to take care of. A lot of the times, it's usually just recommended to flat out ignore them, but if you want power-ups, feel free to blast them with your Energy Buster, your Mega Buster if you will, which is the name of Mega Man's gun, and continue. You might also notice a couple of orbs dropping out of these enemies as well. You can get certain items out of enemies whenever you kill them. These pinkish orbs that you see on the ground there, those will increase your overall points. What do the points do? Absolutely nothing. You don't need to worry about the points at all, they just... I guess they're for bragging rights, really. So just ignore the points. You also get these big glowing yellow things on occasion, yellow containers. And what those yellow containers usually do is they recover your health. So basically get a giant one, your health basically recovers 1/4 of it. Get a mini one, it gets like 3 bars of damage up. So if you see big yellow thingies, grab them. Unless of course there's a Kaiser trap, which I think there's one coming up in a later level. Like see, there's the health pickup thingy there. You'll also find these blue containers as well, which if you pick up will refill your weapon energy, because all your weapons that you get from the robot masters that aren't your main Mega Buster has its own ammo. It has its own energy counts. What you want to do is usually, whenever you have the weapon equipped, if your energy's low, pick up the blue pellets whenever you see them, and you'll recover energy. Usually I don't have a big issue with running out of energy for my weapons because, well, as you can see by here, I don't really use my weapons outside of boss battles all that much. I usually just stick to the good old-fashioned pew-de-pew gun. Pew-de-pew. Pew-pew-pew. Anyway, Cutman time. As basically, whenever you're coming up to a boss fight, whenever you reach a set of doors, and there'll be a little room with a bunch of, like, an onslaught of enemies. Just don't worry about them, just blast through and you'll reach the boss room. Anyway, Cutman by here, he is basically going to jump around and throw his boomerang cutting claw thing at you. Basically, use Gutsman's weapon, pick up the rocks, and throw them at him. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We cut him down to size. Oh, God. Oh. But anyway, in Japan, some of you might not know actually, Mega Man's name is actually called Rockman, because his name was originally meant to be a pun on the term rock and roll. How is there a pun on the word rock and roll? Because Mega Man is a helper robot made by Dr. Thomas Light, who is basically Santa Claus, or Jesus Christ, so fuck it, he's Santa Christ. Basically, he made you to help out around like the house and stuff with another helper robot known as Roll, hence rock and roll. But basically, Dr.Wily decided to go and try and take over the world and steal all of the robot masters that have been developed for their own unique things. As such, Mega Man got upgraded, or Rock got upgraded into Mega Man to take down the dreaded Dr. Wily. There's a reason why I said Wily like that, trust me. You won't find out in this game though, that's going to be way down the line. Anyway, Elecman, he's a robot originally created to control the power voltage in an electric power plant. A good point, he's responsible. A bad point, however, he's quite twisted, so twisted? As in, crazy twisted? It sounded more like goofy than anything. Anyway, he likes playing the electric guitar. He dislikes rubber-based products, because, you know, rubber and electricity don't really mix, you know, it's funny! Anyway, this stage overall is actually pretty good, and if you listen closely to the background music, I can't hear it personally. Well, I can for some songs, I guess. But a lot of people seem to think the backing tune of this stage so it sounds like a lot of tunes from other games, from like actual music, so you can hear a bit of Journey in here somewhere, a bit of Bon Jovi. This isn't just me, I don't personally hear it, but a couple of people hear some of their songs in there. Not entirely sure what songs, but hey. Anyway, you might have seen a little yellow energy container on like a little cliff earlier on, which I was shooting at. Yeah, don't go for that. That is a Kaizo trap. What I mean by that is, if you collect that energy pellet, energy upgrade healthy thingy, basically you get trapped and you'll pretty much die, so don't go for it. There's a good thing. There's a good way to shock someone. Anyway, you see this like gun sort of looking thing behind these bricks. Basically move the bricks out of the way using Gutsman's power. And this is the Magnet Beam. And it's mandatory to complete the game. You need this power up in order to complete the game. However, you can miss it, which is very annoying. But fortunately you can go back to stages that you've already cleared previously, so there's that. But basically, be sure to come here after you go to Gutsman's level, because otherwise you won't be able to get that, and the game will literally be impossible to beat. So there's that. Anyway, I like this enemy, but you're, oh no! He sort of just suicides, jumps off, like, I can't take this anymore, man! Game over! Game over! He was shocked by my presence, I guess. I do electrify people in my stunning awesomeness after all. You can get it because, yeah. Right, anyway, you also see these little shocking thingies. They go in time with the music, kind of. Like, they go off at regular intervals. Just wait for the right time to sort of run underneath them. Not run underneath, jump on top of the thingies and not get hit with electricity. But there we go. That's basically the end of this stage, so equip Cutman's weapon. You'll also, you might notice the weapons I'm choosing are specific to each robot master. There is a reason One major reason is because, well, they're weak to certain weapons, and Catman's weapon is weak. You know, Catman really damages Electman. And you'll need this weapon in this boss fight, folks, for one reason. Electman can kill you in 3 hits. Unless you do that, in that case he can actually kill you in 2 hits, so be careful. And you also notice me taking down these sort of mine robots that sort of slide across the floor with the Catman weapon. Catman's weapon is the only weapon that can take those robot types down, so you'll see me use them quite often. Anyway, just climb up this here ladder, and let's take on the boss. Electrifying, saucy. Anyway, just stab him 3 times with the scissors. He goes down without a fight, and there we go. That is Electman defeated, and that is part 1 of Mega Man on the Nintendo completed. So thank you all for watching, folks. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, and when we return next time, we'll be finish off the Robot Masters and the first of the Wily Castles. Catch you guys next time. Bye!